Whatever you feel.
Perfect. All right. Well, I would love I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions, and you can go into a lot of detail.
Okay.
And we'll keep it rolling and keep it going as long as we can.
Okay.
And I got nothing to do today except for around 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So an hour is great for me if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on here. We are live.
We live?
Yeah. Art, do you see it there to share it?
He's checking right now.
Okay. Hi, people. Just hold on. We're figuring things out. I have no idea. Oh, I know why my headphones didn't work. I didn't use the cord. You got to use the cord. Holler when you were ready.
Okay. You'll see it
On her personal page?
on her personal page.
Is it?
It's on your personal page,
Yeah, Linda Marcus Smith.
Linda Marcus Smith.
Let me send him a message so he knows which one that's from.
Okay, she's gonna send you a message so you know which one it's from.
Because there's a lot of Linda Marcus Smiths. For some crazy reason.
Let's go get him. Something's got to be done about this.
Let's do this. I think he got it now. Please send you the link. I'll tell you what I'll do, Art. We're live, and I'll go to my Facebook. Hold on, people. It doesn't always go perfectly. It's called live. Let's see. So, story page. Sending it to both of you so you'll have it. I sent it to both of you privately, and I'll also share it one more time.
Okay.
Lika Peezy. Afterwards, I'll add a bunch of comments and pictures and stuff like that, but right now I didn't.
Okay.
Facebook. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. We are here and we are live. This is Comic Spot. Comic Spot is fun for me to do. I get to expose things to you. Like not wearing my glasses helps. There. I don't need them anymore. You only need them when you're either old or trying to do something, you know.
But you look so good with them on.
Thank you. I can't even Anyway, today I met the most amazing human being at a comedy show about a week ago. And him and his buddy run an entertainment company here in Vegas. And they are so cool, so dope. Today we have Lika Peezy, and he and his partner in crime, Art. They both run competitionsero.com.
Art and Eddie run Competition Zero. I'm the partner.
Art what?
Art and Eddie.
And you're the partner?
Yeah.
And they run it.
They run it.
But you are there and you're a partner.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't run it.
No, ma'am.
Got it. So there's 3 of you, but you're a partner and they're the ones running.
Yes,
got it. Thank you. And Competition Zero has been writing, producing, and putting out films, doing sketch comedy. Am I right here? I'm winging it.
You're right.
Yeah. And
So
I got
far,
to
so
go to
good.
this. Say that again.
I said, you're right. So far, so good.
And I got to go there today and see the studio and get interviewed. And today, like I told you, we have Lika Peezy from Peezy on the Block. And he wanted me to introduce him today by saying that he is Peezy on the Block, and he's, tell me what you said. I wrote it down and turned the page. Producer and pod show host. Geez. from Peezy on the Block. Is that the name of your podcast?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I got that right. Peezy on the Block, from Peezy on the Block. It's on YouTube. He puts all his videos on Peezy on the Block Facebook too. And he's a great guy. We've been having some really cool discussions. And I want you to meet him. He's sitting right there so patiently in his studio, right on over there. And let's meet him right now. Welcome to the stage. The most amazing guy I've met in the last at least 3 years. So if you've met me in the last 3 years, you didn't impress me like he did.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Him and his buddy that I met today are so cool, Art and Lika Peezy. So welcome to the stage. Right now, we're going to get to know, like, love, and continue to support, get to know him well enough to support his rise in the scene here in Vegas. Welcome, Lika Peezy. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Lika.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Wonderful. Boy, I'll tell you, sitting on the bus stop today while you were interviewing me went a lot smoother than that did.
Yeah.
First, we had technical stuff to get over with, and then I was stumbling through another intro.
No, you did great.
People tell me all the time, your intros suck.
No, you did great. I think they get the point.
No, the point is I love you, and I met you a week ago, and you make such a great impression on people. You deserve a better intro than that. So let me try it one more time. Let me try this.
Okay.
Facebook. Welcome to Facebook Live here today at Comic Spot. I met somebody, and you have to meet him. I met him a week ago, and he is amazing. He's putting out content on his Facebook page. His name is Lika Peezy. He's over in that other square. He's a writer. He's an amazing writer he's a co-host of a pod show called Peezy on the Block. So welcome, Lika Peezy, right now, right here. Welcome, Lika.
Thank you.
How you doing here in Vegas?
I'm doing great. I can't complain at all.
Awesome. Not everybody gets 2 intros. You're the only one I've done that for.
I feel super special. That made my day.
You are super special.
Thank you.
So I just want to welcome you to Comic Spot. And what I like to do with my guests, I know you interviewed me earlier. You made me feel so comfortable. You and Art, your buddy.
Did a great interview.
Thank you. Yes, you guys got to catch it. They are so cool there. It was a great interview talking with you. You asked fabulous questions. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yes. Talk to me about who you are. Like at the very beginning, I want to go back to where the very beginning. Where did you grow up? How many brothers and sisters? Let's get to know you.
Okay. I started. I was born in Hope, Arkansas. Spent a year or 2 there, and my family moved to California. I come from a family of 7. I'm the middle child. I have a boy and a girl older, a boy and a girl younger. My parents are still together. My father is a pastor. So I come from a church background. And we all sing or play some kind of instrument or something like that.
Go through the instruments that your family plays.
My mother plays. My mother's been playing the bass since she was 9 years old, and she plays piano. My mom probably plays anything she gets her hands on. Myself, I play keys, drums, a little bit of string. I have a brother that's a drummer expert. We all either play something or sing.
Very
I have
cool.
very extremely talented vocalists in my family.
So like when you have Thanksgiving, do you play music more than you eat, or you eat and then do you sing and then eat, or eat and then sing, or a little both? Back and forth? We
haven't got a chance to get together on Thanksgiving in a while, but we used to balance it out pretty good. We'd be beating on the refrigerator making a beat and somebody else starts singing, and yeah, we used to do it like that.
So who in your family has like put their mark on the music industry the most in public?
In public, um, I might hold the title so far. So
Had a
far.
feeling. Had a feeling. Notice how humbly he answered that. I might have. So what's your favorite song to sing with your family or play?
Um,
I know it's been a while, but
yeah, it has been a while, but my dad sings this song when we used to coming up in church. My dad used to sing a song called Joy Bells, and every time he sings it, it's like magic happens or something. So I bag him up. I usually play like the organ or something. I have one of my brothers on the drums, my mom on the bass. So that's probably like a lot of people know him for singing that song, and we have fun singing it when we do.
it's called Joy Bells.
Yes, ma'am. And that's also the name of his church,
No kidding.
Joy Bells Ministries.
Wow. So can I go on the internet and find your dad singing that song?
Um, I don't know if they put it on the internet. He's not really an internet pastor, but they might be working on something. I've seen him on a couple people's lives lately, so he might be finally trying to join us in the modern world.
That's so cool. If you find it on the internet, please send it to me. I'd love to hear your dad.
And I will do that.
Thank you. Well, okay, so you grow up in Arkansas, right?
No, I was born in Arkansas. I really grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I was bred, in Kansas City, Missouri.
At what age did you move from
I was
Arkansas?
I moved from Arkansas when I was about 2, and we moved to California. That's where my mother's from, the West Coast. My dad's from the South. So we moved from California when I was about 6 years old, and that's when we moved to Kansas City.
From Arkansas to California to Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where in California did you live?
We lived in Pittsburgh, California. I had my grandmother was staying in San Jose at the time, and we lived in Pittsburgh, so we'll be back and forth between the two.
Where is Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, near Antioch, California.
Got it.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're in California to about what age did you say? And then you went to Kansas City, Missouri. What age were you?
About 6 years old.
Wow. And
Mhm.
then the rest of your growing up, you're in Kansas City, Missouri?
For the most part, when I kind of moved out at a young age, and I would take trips to California all the time, and I like taking road trips. I do a lot of writing when I'm on the road. I like the long, boring ride.
So where do you think your love of entertainment came from? Did it come from your family, or did it come from family and other things you've been exposed to as an adult?
Everything.
Every
I take a little bit from everything. Like I said, my mother's been talented and creative since long before I was thought of. And watching her do it with such ease and made me feel like I could do it. And
Talk to me about your mother's talent and creativity.
my mother's a songwriter,
Wow.
excellent vocalist, like perfect pitch. Like she's extremely talented. Always has been.
And has she gone out and done things in the church or outside of the church?
They stick with the church. Everything is church with them.
So she's been a songwriter. So have any of her songs been, produced to where people outside of the church know of her songs?
No, not really. I was working on one with them because they like I said, they keep it pretty much in the church circle, and it's not really about the fame and exposure with them. They praise God, and they humble and content with that.
I love that.
Hmm.
I love that. So I grew up in a Jewish family, but I was only like I told you earlier today, I'm only half Jewish.
Okay.
And the Jews, the Jewish people, when I was growing up, were very strict about the fact that if it wasn't your mother, then I wasn't considered Jewish. So I started going to church.
Wow. Okay.
So even though I have a Jewish background, mathematically, I'm 75% Jewish. But according to the Jewish people then in the 50s, I wasn't Jewish at all. So I just started going to church.
Okay.
So I understand when you're speaking of the church and the humility and not going after fame, that kind of thing. Yes, I get it. So, all right. So you're doing this whole scenario of hosting a podcast, and you're a partner with a production company here in Vegas. And you've done something else. Did you want to talk about the other thing that you've done that we spoke of?
What's that? The prostitution? I'm just playing.
Hello, Daddy.
No, what was it? The music side?
Yeah, the rapping.
Yeah, rap. I do rap, sing a little bit.
So, do you ever give out your stage name as a rapper? Is it
Lika Peezy? I am.
That is your rap name?
Yes, ma'am.
So, is it Christian rap or is it not? Is it out in the?
I write a little bit about everything. Not really Christian per se, but just everything. I like to write on whatever moves me. I do a lot of writing for people, like on the underground kind of scene right now. But I do a lot of writing for different singers, rappers. So I do it for a job on one hand, but my passion, when I sit down, I kind of just go where my heart takes me.
I like that. So do people out in the rap world know of you, or are you just content to be out there here and there and that you never sought after fame? Or I don't follow rappers, and so I'm asking because I'm actually quite dumb about the rap world, to be honest.
Okay. Actually, when I was a little younger, I got a couple of offers for major record deals, but it wasn't the direction I wanted to take at the time, and at the same time, I had 3 children, almost not back to back, but close enough. So I kind of I was trying to focus on life more so.
Yeah.
And, I started kind of hiding from the spotlight.
Yes.
But now I'm kind of jumping back on the scene. Like I said, some mainstream people, I've shaken hands with mainstream people, and they know of me. But yeah, I've never really been on a major platform.
Got it. So I can Google up your name and put rapper behind it, and something might pop up.
You might get some old stuff, but it just give me a little bit and then Google it. I got some new stuff on the way. It's coming.
Oh, good.
I'm not hiding anymore.
Oh, cool. So you're a dad to 3 children. I'm a mother to 1.
Actually, dad to 4.
Okay. What ages? Like that?
18, 17, 15, and 8.
Oh my gosh. So the oldest one.
Girl, boy, girl.
Awesome. And do the ones who are older have a trajectory, a career in mind already?
I think my oldest daughter does. She's very talented, doing hair and
wonderful.
So I think she knows. My daughter and her, she's still kind of feeling things out. And my son, he's at the age where he's probably just now smelling himself and everything. And my baby's still just my little innocent baby.
Yes. So it's girl, boy, girl.
I did get my boy out of the deal, so.
Yeah, you got to keep going till you get that boy.
Yeah, I kept going after that. One more.
Oh my gosh. So do they all live right here in Vegas?
No, they live in My three oldest live in Kansas City, and my youngest daughter lives in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So you have family, you have places you can go.
Yeah, I've been. I've been.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact that you are with this production company as of late.
Okay.
Let's skip forward to that.
Okay.
'Cause, my gosh, I looked up on the camera's facing to you, but if the camera panned to the right,
Uh-huh.
where I'm looking at you off to your left,
Hmm.
the whole wall of your entertainment company is full of movies that your partners have put out.
Yes, these guys are active. It's Art and Ed at Competition Zero. These guys are extremely talented, extremely smart, knowledgeable of the entertainment business, and it's been pure pleasure working with these guys.
They've gotten awards for the movies they've put out. There's that
Hmm.
one award on the wall, and there must be 5 or 7 awards
Hmm.
attached to it.
And they still climbing. They far from finished.
My gosh. Well, I know that I didn't meet Eddie, but I met Art. And
Hmm.
today, you and I were sitting on the couch directly in front of you right now.
Uh-huh.
And he was, for the first time, he was trying out his comedy. I think that was his first time, wasn't it?
You inspired us.
So cool.
You inspired us.
You know, that was his first time, and I think he's got more skills than I've obtained in 6.5 years.
I'm telling you, these guys are super talented, super talented.
He could go on stage right now and kill with what he said.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
that was super impressive. And you're there at the entertainment company as a partner. So in the course of the day, you're writing sketches and helping with anything around. What are some of your responsibilities that are there as a partner?
Actually, right now, I'm more so joining the team as far as like we started off. We did a couple of songs together, did a couple of videos, and yeah, if you want to check out anything recent from me, that's what it'll be. It'll be on the Competition Zero YouTube page. We just did 2 different videos. We did a video called "I'm a Star," and it's a crazy video. You just got to check it out. And then we did another video concerning an Armenian war. So got a pretty good response. It's a good song. I think Ed did the beat on both of those, and yeah, I did the writing, so it came out perfect fit.
Now, isn't Art from Armenia? Didn't you
Yes.
say that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I can't wait to go watch those. I came to your interview of me and then I came home and took a nap. So I didn't go look at any of those, but I'm going to today.
Okay. Yeah, you got to check that Desperate commercial out.
So,
The commercial I was showing you.
yes, I have to, where you're dressed up or you're dressed up. I don't have the right words. Just bear with me. I'm old. You're acting like you're an old person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look older in the
Yeah.
video than I look.
Yep.
That's old. So what's that video about?
That's actually just like a funny commercial. Peezy on the Block. We have a lot of guests on, a lot of talented people, and but we also do like sketches, funny commercials. Actually do real commercials. We're doing advertisement for people also, like along with the funny commercials. There's people that want advertising through my show Peezy on the Block. So they'll want me to write a funny commercial, actual funny commercial for an actual product or business. So yes, it's just been a ball. It's been fun.
You know, I've noticed lately, see, because I come from the 50s and I remember commercials used to be like so serious, left using the left side of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you need to buy Fells Naphtha soap, because it does this, that. And now every single commercial is like a comedy sketch.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a Super Bowl all year round.
Yeah. So that must make it really easy for you to transition from writing sketches to doing commercials, because commercials are like sketches nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
it's almost like every single commercial looks like it could be an SNL sketch.
Yeah, right. And that's kind of like I've had a vision of doing a SNL kind of vibe show, and I just kind of been sitting on it for a while, and me and the guys a couple months ago started talking about it. Then a couple of weeks ago we talked about it in a little bit more detail, and we kind of just building it up right now.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were mentioning that you interviewed some other people before me. I wasn't the first comedian you interviewed.
You were
And
actually the first lady comedian on the show.
yay. He called me a lady after I did my comedy in front of him.
And she's still a lady.
Thank you. So who was remind me the name of the person you interviewed who opens for Eddie Griffin?
Then we had Thomas Ward, very funny comedian. He was the first episode to premiere.
What was that like getting to interview him? Because that's a big deal. You don't get near Eddie Griffin that easily.
Right. It's fun though. I got my closest friend from back home is actually out here too, and he's cousins with Eddie Griffin. So that's the circle, like Eddie's son, and like we like all like family. We are family, not even like family. We are. So
Wow.
So T Ward, I've been knowing T Ward for a couple years now. So it was just like just sitting on the street on the block, conversate with an old friend. He's, like I said, he's very funny. So yeah, you guys get a chance to check that out. It's episode 1. Very funny.
That's cool. So now, like, I didn't get to say it when you interviewed me, but I'll say it now. We planned me to say a line. So T Ward came and got interviewed before I did, and then I came on and got interviewed. So now I can say T Ward opened for me.
Hey, say it. I'll say it too.
So what's the whole, when you're interviewing people, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because you told me, but I thought it was so beautiful and eloquent the way you stated what you're trying to do when you interview talent. I like your explanation.
I want to give people a chance to because a lot of people are performing, singing, rapping, comedy. A lot of people are doing that right now, and I think it's a lot better and easier listening and easier to kind of relate to a person if you can actually sit down and talk to them. So I try to ask questions that a viewer would want to know, and questions that I want to know. I'm a very inquisitive person. So
you are. I never met anybody that was more inquisitive than I am. And you asked me some fabulous questions when you interviewed me.
You're a fabulous person. It was easy.
Thank you. So when I was sitting there on your block getting interviewed, I was just the lady at a bus stop. I wasn't like T Ward family.
T Ward, since we've been knowing each other so long, I didn't want to have him on the show, like act like we never met. A lot of people it's some people that I've been knowing, but I act like we never met just so it allowed me to ask questions like we never met.
Yes. And you couldn't do that with him. So you changed it up.
Yeah. Plus,
I had to
switch it up
you.
every time. We gotta switch it up, do something different.
It was so funny when you interviewed me. You were like, okay, you're at the bus stop. And I'm like, oh, I got comedy about being at the bus stop.
And you proved it. Okay.
So what are some goals that you have to accomplish? Because I met you and you were actually at a comedy show on the Strip looking for talent.
Yes, that's a like a right now goal. We are looking for talent. Talent of any kind. Like, I'm not discriminating, especially right now. We cranking it up and really just climbing right now. I made a joke one of the shows the other day. Like, I don't care if you could play the Star Spangled Banner on your armpit. Like, I want to talk to you. So, yeah, right now we're just having fun and inviting anybody with talent, gifts, knowledge. They're welcome to Peezy on the Block right now.
I was so impressed when I met you at the show a week ago, a week and a day ago. I was
Likewise.
I was
Likewise.
impressed with you. And I just like when you invited me to your studio, first of all, I didn't know it was going to be at the studio. I thought it was just going to be at Zoom. And I was like, okay, but it's got to be 8 a.m. or 9 p.m. And I woke you guys up
Yeah,
either
we
8
woke
a.m.
up before the rooster this morning, so.
I can't believe you actually followed through with this old lady that wants you to get out of bed at 8 a.m.
No, I'm a man of my word. We put that time
Oh,
in, I'm gonna be here at that time.
oh man. You're teaching me lessons in humility through this interview. Yeah.
Okay.
Come from a humble family and
Good
man,
stuff.
you've got so many layers of humility in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't even touch on that to this point. And that's the nugget that I'm seeing come out of this interview is how amazingly humble you are in the midst of an entertainment industry in a very big entertainment city.
Yes, and when I feel me wearing off, I go take a break. I don't want to lose certain parts of myself, and not saying the industry will do that to you, but it has done it to people, and
Yeah.
they lose themselves, and that's something I'm not willing to do. It's not a price tag on that for me.
No, no. So what's your goal? You seem like a goal oriented, you have a direction in mind for your life.
Hmm.
So there's different facets of your life. You're musical,
Hmm.
that's playing music,
Hmm.
you're a singer, songwriter, you're hosting a podcast, you're a partner in an entertainment business.
Hmm.
What is there in store for you that you know of? What is there that you'd like to accomplish? What are you going for that you haven't even touched on yet? Just talk to me about your goals.
Right now, like I said, I passed up some pretty decent deals in my day. So right now, I not making up for lost time. I don't want to say it like that, but right now I'm just shooting for the stars. Like, and sky's the limit right now with me.
So as far as the stars will take you, and you don't see any limit.
I might get an astronaut helmet to try to go past that. I don't know.
So let's say the good Lord took you home, and what would you want people to remember you by?
um, um, I would want them to remember love about me, love for the next person. I would want to leave that here for everybody else to pass it around if I
I
could.
love that. When I met you, I couldn't believe how warm and open you were towards me.
Hmm.
Both the two of you
Hmm.
were so warm and open to me and just like welcome me with open arms. You didn't know me from Adam.
I didn't even know that you were gonna perform. You shocked me, and then went up there and killed too. You shocked me. I'm
Oh.
thinking you was kind of just there listening to somebody, a good friend or something. You went up on stage and killed. I'm like, oh, okay.
I like just being in the audience. I wasn't even reading the room at that time.
Okay.
I was just like in the moment and I was just standing there and I was like, these are the two guys I want to talk to. Forget everybody else. These two look interesting.
You are very skilled at what you do. Like you went up there and killed, just natural vibe.
Thank you.
Like
No,
that might be one of my goals for the near future too. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do some stand up.
I love that. I'm here for you if you want to bounce things. I told you that privately.
Okay.
And that's kind of why I was asking some of these questions because I mentioned, people will be in the audience wondering who you are,
Okay.
like you've done a lot of things and you've moved to a few places and you have a few children. And those are all wonderful paintings you can paint for people to get your vibe right out of the
Okay.
gate, like,
Okay.
so I found it interesting that that you were born in Arkansas, lived in California, and then Kansas City, Missouri.
Mhm.
those are all interesting things for your comedy too.
Yeah, it kind of made for a good balance in life too. Just
Yes.
the different sceneries and different kind of people, different kind of talk and slang, and kind of balanced out pretty
And
good.
it probably helps your music and your songwriting.
Oh, definitely, definitely. It always has. I've been writing since I was like probably about 12 years old. Seriously writing songs since I was about 12. So
So
yeah, it always has.
one of the things that I wonder, because I comics hear their comedy, it comes to them and they think of it in different ways.
Okay.
So I know there's a comedian in LA that turns on rock music and then she thinks of comedy when she's playing rock music.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that's so amazing because
That is.
yeah, and when you listen to her comedy, it's it builds and then it goes down. You know, it's like listening to music. It has beats and she sticks with the beat of the song.
She's transferring energy.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. And then like when you write a song, what when you're writing rap lyrics or writing a song, what do you get first? Do you get an idea? Do you get a word? Do you get
Um, it's actually kind of strange with me a little bit. It's like when I write for people, it's almost like I can hear the whole song in my head. So I just pick somewhere to start. Like if I go off of energy, I really more than anything, and I've just been blessed with a gift to be able to, like I said about the lady you were talking about. I transfer energy. Uh, so it's a lot. Like I said, a lot of times I hear pretty much the whole song in my head. I have to fine tune words and stuff like that, but it's all like there already. So I just pick a spot and start wherever, and just know that I need to put everything that I'm hearing and make it come out of the speakers.
my goodness. What's your favorite song or rap lyrics that you've come up with? What's the do you have like a song title or a favorite thing that you've written about that we can get an idea of what you wrote that's your favorite thing?
Uh,
Or do you have a favorite? Maybe
I think all of it put together is my favorite.
kind of had a feeling when I started in with that question.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. Yeah, I think everything kind of together makes a vibe of the song.
In your times writing and putting out music, what's been the most rewarding thing that you've done, the most rewarding project before you got to this entertainment company?
Um, Most rewarding.
For you personally, not in terms of fame or fortune, but like when did you touch somebody's life and that
Um,
they'll never forget what you wrote for them or what they heard you say?
um, it's a couple of instances that stand out. One is one that stands out more than most is it was a girl where my daughter's mom is from in Cincinnati, and it was a close friend of hers, and she loves writing poetry. She writes beautiful poetry, and they came to me one day, was like, "Can you turn one of these poems into a song?" And so I'm like, "Okay, just kind of feed it to me, and I'll see what I can come up with." And when she heard what I came up with, her reaction was priceless. Like I feel like that's why I do it. And she was just like teared up, and she was like, "Oh my God, I gotta hug you!" And that just it was a special moment. Uh,
Oh,
a lot of people, if you ask around about me, a lot of people probably have different stories, different sides of LP or whatever. But there's a lot of studio sessions that end with that kind of vibe, and I love bringing that to the table.
absolutely. I've never been so knocked off my feet and impressed by two people in my life, you and Eddie.
Thank you, thank you.
So that was so fun meeting you and getting to be in your studio today. So, what are some projects coming up that you're excited about?
I'm totally excited about Peezy on the Block right now. That has a lot of my attention.
Yes.
Just because I'm not only meeting great people, just very talented, good-hearted, good energy people, but we actually on to something right now with a kind of like a podcast with a twist. We say podcast on steroids or something like that, but it's just we having a ball right now. Like even just finding the talent and like yourself and just meeting great people like yourself, and so that has a lot of my attention right now. Like I said, we do a we do an interview, and the person being interviewed performs at the end, and you never know what kind of funny commercial or advertisement, or you just never know what's gonna happen next on Peasy on the Block. So this
So
is
we have to get out there and look at Peasy on the Block on Facebook and on YouTube. And
yes,
I'll be listening to all of it after this interview, but I'm not even done with you until you say you're done.
okay,
I'm having a ball getting to know you.
okay, likewise.
Aside from entertainment, aside from your writing of music and rap lyrics and putting out movies and doing sketches and your Peasy on the Block, Facebook and YouTube, who are you? What are some things you do that make you a better human in the world than you were? What things are you personally working on in your personal life? Or like do you go out and play soccer? Do you just go for long rides in the woods and just what things do you do for fun and relaxation? Who are you?
I'm pretty spontaneous. Like I do like a good plan, but I also like to just catch a feeling and ride the wave sometimes. So, but in my free time right now, spend a lot of my free time with my grandmother right now when I can. We don't have too much family out here, and so I try to stop by and make sure she's cool, and make sure she can conversate and get things off her chest that she might want to say to somebody, or just be a good company with her. And I just like I like being in my circle of friends or family, and we tell the best jokes. We have the best laughs and stuff like that, and that's what I love. That's who I am. I'm a jokester. I have a head or tail side like anybody else, but I prefer to be on the uplifted, funny vibe, cool, easygoing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, your grandmother, does she live right here in Vegas?
She does right now. She does.
And how's she doing through COVID? Because this is hard for older people.
She's doing good. She stays in a lot. That's why I try to go keep her company. She comes out like to go to her appointments. I'll take her right back home, and she's like, "No, that's it." Every now and then she'd be like, "I got a taste for a burger or something," so we'll go have a burger or something like that. I can't get her even before the pandemic. I can't get her to go to a movie or nothing like that. I'll try. Just kind of want to kick it with her.
What's her favorite thing to do besides going and getting a bite to eat and bringing it home? What does she enjoy doing?
She is a prayer warrior, and she really is. That's what she enjoys to do, and it might play a big role. Not even might. It plays a big role in why my family is how we are, how we think, why we think like we think. What she does, she pushes a lot of energy and attention into praying for us, and she does.
Yes. Now, if you don't know what a prayer warrior is, that's somebody who believes in the power of prayer, and most generally to the God of the universe that some people don't even believe in these days. And a prayer warrior is a special person. You want to find one, even if you don't necessarily believe in God. Find yourself a prayer warrior. Pretty soon you'll be believing in God.
Oh yeah,
They don't give up.
I've seen her prayers work. Like she has a direct line up there or something. I don't know, but they work.
Yes. You know, prayer, I think that prayer is the best thing a person can do. And oftentimes we don't, it is such a subtle thing. It's like done in a closet, done in the dark, done when no one's watching.
Mhm.
It looks like something you're doing holding still. It doesn't look like, let's go play soccer, you know?
Uh-huh.
So it
Right.
doesn't necessarily attract people, but a lot of us wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for somebody in our life that was a prayer warrior for us.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And I would advise anybody to, I don't want to pick a God for anybody or anything,
nope.
but pray to whoever he is or she is or it is. Pray. Prayer is power, and prayer is this meditative state of mind. So
Yeah.
it has a lot to do with your power and connecting with the power, your higher level of power, whatever you may want to call it.
Yeah. No, we're not here to tell anybody which God or who their higher power needs to be, but it's so peaceful when you have a higher power that you're staying connected to and believe in, whatever it is.
Even if it's just the highest power of yourself, tap in.
There's nothing, nothing wrong with believing in yourself, and to each his own, right?
That's right.
And the thing is that you're connected to, a very big industry that puts you out there, and you could have an ego, but you don't have an ego. You're like egoless.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I come from. And I didn't see it. What they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It wasn't broke, so I didn't touch it.
Yes.
They passed it down, and I'm pass it down all I can.
In the entertainment industry, you meet a lot of people who have a lot of egos.
That's right.
And in comedy, you meet a lot of people who have come from a lot of brokenness and pain.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I knew something was special with you and Eddie when I met you both. And now I'm getting to uncover how special you really are,
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been just, it's like opening up a flower, watching a flower open.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your goals in the next, like, you have the podcast that's coming out, and it's going to have a huge twist.
Mm-hmm.
And you're finding talent and interviewing them on Peezy on the Block.
Mm-hmm.
Who's somebody you'd love to interview you haven't interviewed yet?
I got my eye on trying to get Tech Nine on. I don't know if you know who Tech Nine is, but he's also from Kansas City, Missouri. And we've shaken hands a couple times, and we never been able to sit down at the same time in the same studio and do our thing. But we are from the same soil, and he's doing his thing. I'm super proud of him to make it that far out of Kansas City. And he was like the #1 underground selling his albums underground. So I got a lot of respect for him, and I think my people are trying to reach out to his people and right now, so we can. But Tech Nine, he's definitely I love his mind. I love his art. He's one of the guys I want on.
Now he's a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Tech Nine.
Tech Nine, he's like a rapper extraordinaire. This guy is unbelievable.
Wow, I'll have to look him up too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to listen to his like you might have to pause it because he raps like super fast.
Is he as fast as Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, he raps faster than Busta Rhymes.
What?
Tech is insane. The way he does it is so creative. He's like a perfectionist when he's in the studio. I got a lot of respect for how he does it. And when he comes out, it's spot for spot, not a minute, second, word off. Like, he does his thing.
My goodness. So what do you like? What can I do here on social media to help you rise? So your YouTube, your Facebook.
Right now we're pushing a lot of attention. We're trying to ball whatever attention and focus. We're trying to ball it up into this one little YouTube jar right now, and we can go from there. I'm trying to push everybody to like the Facebook page, of course, and subscribe to the YouTube.
Peezy on the Block.
Yes, ma'am.
And that'd be the best thing I can do is keep promoting that. for people to get on there?
Yes, ma'am. Like for anybody listening, if you like it, share it, pass it on, and subscribe. We highly appreciate it, and we will keep pushing and giving our best, pushing our best content we can come up with.
That's great. What is it that, what's something that you'd like to have? And I asked you who you'd like to have on, and you said Tech Nine, who's a rapper out of the same soil in Kansas City, Missouri. And he's been coming up through underground ways. So that means he's been doing his own producing.
No, he's up. He's always up there right now.
Right. But I mean, he came up the hard way himself. Probably selling things out of the trunk of his car.
However he was doing, he was the number one at it. So he's definitely been doing his thing.
So, but he came up by himself and then made it to the big time.
I think he's with Strange Music, so I don't know his storyline to the T, but I know he's with Strange Music, and Strange Music is extremely talented record label. They do their thing, so it was like a fit like a glove for him and Strange. So they push a lot of good music out of there.
Got it. So who else would you like to have on? Like, do you have a comedian in mind that you'd like to interview on your podcast?
Yeah, we're talking to a couple of people and trying to line up some dates. I really want to get Eddie Griffin on the show. Yeah, I really want to get him on. I know he's super busy, and he's always busy doing his thing and flying everywhere. But if I can ever get him to sit down for 2 minutes in the namesake of Peezy on the Block, I would love that.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? That'd be fabulous. I was thinking about Eddie. I didn't even know you had a connection, and I think yesterday I posted that I would love to interview Eddie Griffin. Really? Yeah, I did. Okay. But I had no idea that you're so close with him. He's like family to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get to sit down. I don't get to sit down with him a lot or nothing like that. But his son, like, we family, his cousins, we family, like, so yeah.
That's so cool. So, you're thinking about doing comedy. Here's where things get a twist. You're thinking about getting up and doing comedy, and I know Eddie was doing his comedy for us today.
Oh, or Art.
Art. Why do I keep calling him Eddie? Eddie's the one I haven't met. Art.
It's okay.
Art was doing his comedy for us, and you're funny. You make your friends laugh. So I can't wait to hear you come up with material and or help you come up with it. So I know you were mentioning today that you're getting a little closer to thinking about going on stage.
Yeah, you inspire me. I'm 2 steps closer to the stage because of you today. Like you came with some insight, the simplicity of it, how you were saying it, because I've looked into certain things about it before, and tips and stuff, and like you said some of the most simple things today, and they made so much sense that I almost can get up there and freestyle off of the information that you fed me today. So I am closer.
When you sing and or rap, do you freestyle or is it all pre-planned?
Sometimes, like I said, I just go with my heart. Sometimes I'll just be making a beat and the beat is finished, and I'll just start saying something and end up saying a whole hook. So I'll put the hook on there. Sometimes I'll just keep freestyling the rest of the song. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I respect that hook. I'm gonna go in detail and write and really kill this one. But it just depends on how I feel.
Yeah. Well, I can see where your ability to write music is gonna make you able to freestyle and or write comedy and perform it. Either way.
If I can get even like a third of how fluent I am with the music, I'm jumping on the stage because I love stand up. I respect anybody like yourself that has the nuts, not like that, to get up there and really do it. And like, you don't know these people from here nor there, and you expect for what you think is funny for them to agree with it, and you feel that solid about your jokes. That is so awesome to me, and I would love to get up there and try it. right now I'm writing a lot of funny sketches and stuff like that. So I'm in the right realm. So to meet somebody like you, that might be destiny. Never makes mistakes in my book. So that might be.
I
But
can't wait to have you go on stage. I have to be there, the first week. Maybe you
okay,
don't want people there the first time. You just want strangers or whatever. But when you want to invite me, I'll break walls to get there.
you are cordially invited to whatever show you want to pull up on, whatever project we working on. Like I told you earlier today, we kind of just having a ball with these sketches and doing things like that. You are totally invited whenever.
Thank you. So I hope you take me up on it and call me up.
I
You
will.
know how to get a hold of me. And if you dial up my phone number, it'll wake me up if I'm sound asleep. And I got an idea. I will help you come up with a whole joke, a bit, a set. I'll help you.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait till the morning. I'm not gonna wake you up.
Sometimes we'll be sure and write it down. But like sometimes when the inspiration comes, you just got to wake somebody up. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's right.
Some of the
I,
best.
I I definitely appreciate that though. That's love. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, people that I really love, they can wake me up anytime, day or night.
And then I think the not only the world but the entertainment business could really use a lot more of that.
Yes. Like I might not always be able to verbalize exactly how it is I'm feeling or thinking. I might mess up it every other time I introduce somebody. I might have to do it a second time, or I
We
should redo it.
we're
But my
humans.
heart's in the right place.
We're humans, not robots. That's
Thank
that's
you.
normal.
Somebody called me up last week and said, you really need to work on your introductions. And I'm like, I think the most endearing thing about me is that I'm not human.
Do they have their own show?
No,
Then
it's
tell them
always,
they need to work on their applause. That's it.
yes, Art would pick up the microphone and go after him. That's a callback.
Uh-oh.
We have a private joke.
I don't think they're ready for that.
I wonder if he's laughing at me saying that right now.
He's actually in a meeting in there, or he would be dying laughing.
What would you like to tell people who are thinking about getting into, doing a production company, being a partner in a product, or writing music or doing rap music? What have you learned in your career that you'd like to impart to people thinking about anything you've been involved in? What have you learned that's been hard and good that you'd like to impart?
To make smart decisions. And smart doesn't always mean what the dollar sign, a nice dollar sign is connected to. It's just to be aware of what you're doing and who you're involved with. It's very important because faces change like socks and underwear. So, you know,
What changes?
I said faces, people change faces like socks and underwear. So you got to be aware of who you're in it with, especially if y'all signing papers and contracts, and be totally aware because these things can come back and haunt you and bite you in the butt. So to be aware and to be focused in a time where it's hard to focus. Yeah, but focus pays off. Practice makes perfect.
What's the craziest thing you were ever involved in without saying who it was? Like, what's the biggest, hardest lesson you learned where like, dang, if I wish I would have paid attention there? Do you have a lesson you learned that you could divulge?
I usually pay attention. There was a point in my life where I was kind of out here in the streets and stuff like that as a little younger, and certain things that happened, and it taught me lessons like just as far as being quick tempered and working on having patience and stuff like that. Those things I didn't used to think I possessed end up being the most important thing that I carry around now.
Got it. Got it. When you're out there meeting people, like I was talking to you earlier about how comics read a room. and they know how to deliver their comedy maybe a little differently based on who's in the room.
Okay.
And when you met me, you warmed up to me. So you read me.
Like literally, it was cold outside, and like as soon as you came closer, we were like using each other for heat.
You gave off such a vibe that I just felt like I've known you my whole life. Do
That's good.
people say that all the time about you?
A lot of people do, and that's good to hear. I love to hear that. A lot of people do say that.
You know what I love about you is that when I met you, there are people out there in the entertainment business that think they have enough friends already or have enough people that they like already. They get to know you and that's it, you know. And you weren't that way. You had no, you know, you could have said, oh, you're older, you're white, you know, you're not that interesting, you know, you're not relevant. And you didn't do that. You treated me like I was a valuable human being.
So,
do you know how good that feels?
For a person to walk around so closed-minded, they only gonna hurt themselves in this life. I would never want to be walking around here so closed-minded, thinking, "Hey, I can judge a book by its cover." Because, like I said, you got up on that stage and shocked the hell out of me. So, no, I don't judge books by the cover. I like to read the content, and you know, you can tell a friend, foe, snake, fake. You tell a lot if you just give a person a chance. A lot of it's so much buffoonery or whatever you want to call it going on with people that everybody's like either trying to get you before you get them or this and that. Like it's just so much of that going on, and you know people should just loosen up and like give love a chance. I don't know if that's in a famous song or something, but it sounds good. Like
I
give
love
love a
that.
try. Yeah.
Yes. Anybody that visits his grandmother on a regular basis and makes sure during a pandemic that she's okay, oh my gosh, you're a quality person. You're so humble. Your family did right raising you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Like you give credit to your grandmother for being a prayer warrior. You know, I think it takes, you spoke to me about having kahunas to go on stage. I think you have kahunas to be the man that you are.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You've been making me feel great all day. Thank you.
True. And I hope and I pray that everything to do with your Peezy on the Block and your entertainment company that you're a partner of, that it just does nothing but grow and rise and in the way that you want it to. And I know you'll make smart decisions.
Thank you. We wish the best for you and all your endeavors. And just like you said, if it's anything I can ever assist you with, help you with, somebody needs to get socked up on the side of the building or something, like let me know.
That's a beautiful thing about, you know, your art. It's like you're taking a bunch of paintbrushes with different colors and you're throwing it on a canvas, and some people will walk by and go, what in the world was that? And then another person will go, you're amazing. So it's very interpretive, right?
Yeah. And I just I try to do a lot of self-reflecting as much as I can. That way bogus opinions about me or anything like that, they don't stand a chance to stick hold to me. I don't carry them till tomorrow.
Yes.
Only the important stuff.
It's really important that when you're in an industry where basically you're competing against others in the same industry, that you don't let the competition factor get you all wrapped up in it, you know? Like,
no, I like to keep the competition fun. Like to where I'm rooting for the other team because I want them to go their hardest so I can go my hardest. I want the competition to stay fun.
Yes. I love encouraging other people in comedy. And it sounds like you encourage people in the industries that you circle around.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the way it should be. I think that when, like, just like what you just said, when you're out there helping others be the best that they can be, it gives you space to be even greater. And I think when
Right.
you reach around and help others, there's some way that the universe or God or whatever helps you to rise up.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And I really don't want anything to come to me if it doesn't come because I've been helping others.
Okay. That's
You
good
know,
karma.
I got,
I do believe in karma, and I try not to get on her bad side.
yes, yes. Karma can be a,
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to do that.
Right.
Well, you gave me minutes of time to do anything I wanted to do or say anything I wanted to say. Wrapping up is I'd like to give you some time to say anything to people who are on here listening today. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Um,
You haven't asked at all?
just kind of off the top of my head, we kind of summed it up, but I do want to say, in these crazy times we going through, I know everything is kind of chaotic right now, but I'm preaching love right now, and it's nothing wrong with that. We might be straying a little bit too far away from it, letting love get too far out of our reach, just as mankind towards each other, towards our neighbor, and you know, and we should be in this together.
Yes.
So yeah, this is just for any year this may touch, like nothing wrong with assisting somebody or helping somebody out, and not always looking for a payout in return and stuff like that. It's just the whole world is going through a crazy time right now. So anybody that hear this, be there for somebody, help somebody out, and any way you can. It might not be $1 million or nothing, but you never know what it means to that person that you help.
Listen to somebody, like listen and see if they're really doing okay in these times. And
That's right.
forgive people for not being human. I mean, these are hard times. If somebody, I've got a friend that was really upset the other day and kind of taking it out on me,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to let bygones be bygones and not hold grudges because it's really hard to cope right now.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if those energies are not willing to get on the same page as you, we have to know when to pull those scissors out, because we have things that we need to do, and our energy cannot be scarred going into what we going into.
That's right. So when you're around people whose energy sucks the life out of you, then you should realize it and
Exit
find a
stage
way.
left.
Yes. What's something you'd like to tell people about? You've been raised in humility. I was raised in alcoholism. you know,
Okay.
I was raised in, it's okay to lie, cheat, and steal, right?
Okay.
So you were raised in really good values. And at some point in your life, you might have taken those for granted because they were handed to you, but you appreciate them now. And a lot of people don't appreciate humility. They might even think of it as a weakness. So maybe you want to speak about what is really humility, because I think that's something really badly needed in the world right now.
Um, how I practice it a lot is I I put myself in other people's shoes, no matter how up or down I am. Uh, I never try to think nobody could wear my shoes, or I could never be in those shoes that they're in. So a lot of times, like even if I'm riding down the street and I see a guy whose car just broke down, I'm pulling over to help him push it to the nearest spot. Like I said, I might not have $1 million for him or nothing, but it's nothing wrong with taking that time out of your day to just do something that you didn't have to do, but it made somebody feel good. Put yourself in people's shoes. That's the best advice I can give.
Sometimes when you're putting yourself in their shoes, you really get to see their battle that they're going through.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times people look from the outside and think they got it all figured out, and they've never walked around in those shoes. They just see what those shoes look like on a person, and they have the slightest idea, and they think they look at you like you might be weaker than most, and they don't know what dragons you had to slay to get to where you are today. So
That's right. Some of the greatest people I've met have been homeless or
You're right
homeless
about that.
veteran. What?
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, like when you're down and out and the world's looking down on you, get in touch with your soul.
Hmm.
I've been homeless. I was homeless with a child and a dog once.
Yeah.
And you learn lessons and you learn them hard. And you know, when people are looking down at you because they think that they're better off in life than you have no choice but to be humble. Some of those times when I had no money are really the best times ever because you're learning to be happy with nothing.
And the universe doesn't make too many mistakes. So those times are there for us to learn from, not just to say, oh, I was this at that time, but to carry those things with you, even when life is great and money is not an object. And, to carry that humility or whatever, to take it with you and to practice being that, even though you don't have to be. And you don't have to ask nobody for nothing now and this and that, but it's still good to take what you learn, and because that's what made you. That's what made you you. That's what made you strong enough to make it to that money or that plug or whatever the case may be.
I love that. I think you are a symbol for peace and you're a symbol for love and humility. Above all the talent you bring to the table with writing lyrics and being musical and working at an entertainment company as a
Hmm.
partner. I mean, above and beyond that, the biggest flower that I feel opened up is what a great man you are. What a great human that is so badly needed right now.
Thank you so much.
I'm so
I
privileged
hope
to know
I
you.
hope I can rub it off us. I have moments where hey, I'm weak and I need somebody to say something encouraging to me. So
Call me
when I'm feeling like this, I'll say it, and I will. I definitely will.
if you ever need encouragement. I'm here to encourage you because being around you, the minute I met you, and oh my gosh, the
It did
two
feel
of
like we've been knowing each other from
yeah,
that night, huh?
yeah, there was no barrier between us.
That's
There
right.
was no age, no color, no difference between us. We were just two humans and we just met and we just loved each other just because there's love.
That's right. And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. I'm so happy to have you in my life.
Likewise.
Really, I've never said that on an interview. I'm happy to have you in my life.
Likewise. You are a new friend, and I can say that and mean it. You are a new friend.
Thank you. I can't cook worth a darn. Just want you
No,
to know.
you can't. I can cook a little bit. I might be able to show you some. I just learned over the last couple of years.
I was married from 1974 to 1980, and he's still complaining about my cooking.
Ah, tell him to get over it.
The good news is, if I was a good cook, he might still be with me. So I'm not. Yeah, if the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach, I think I might have dodged a bullet.
Yeah, it's hard to please some of us men, though. They say that, and then you go for the stomach, and it was everywhere but the stomach.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on to Comic Spot. Like I told you, and I promise you this, I've subscribed to your pages. If you find there's anything I haven't subscribed to, or I'll type on here how I feel having met you and your links, so people will go and follow you and subscribe and promote you as well. I'll ask them to share your things,
Okay. Thank you so much.
podcast, your YouTube, your Facebook. Yes, I will do that.
Likewise, I got your back the same way, and we'll see each other at the top.
Yes, thank you so much. God bless you. I
God
love
bless
you.
you too. I love you too.
Love you. Bye.
All right.